Welcome to So Very Easy. My name is Laura, and table runners are a great way of using up scrap fabric, and they're a lot of fun to make. So let's make one that only needs 4 different fabrics, and we only need a few strips of those fabrics. I have a few strips left over from a previous project. That's all I'm going to need. The table runner is going to be this checkered pattern, but it's made in a straight format. The center of this checkered table runner, I've chosen this yellow plaid. In the yellow plaid, I need 1 strip of fabric cut at 3.5 inches, and that's the whole width of the fabric. So I have approximately 45 inches. The next row is this darker color, and I'm going to need 2 strips of fabric. The width of the fabric, both cut at 3.5 inches. My next row, I've chosen the black plaid. I need 1 strip, cut the width of the fabric at 3.5 inches. These outside triangles are going to be cut as rectangles and then trimmed down. So I will need 2 strips of fabric cut at 4 inches, and that's the width of the fabric. This is all we're going to need other than your binding. And for your binding, you can choose any fabric. You can even choose a 5th fabric to go along. We're going to make all of the units first for this table runner. And we're going to start with some strip sets. And those strip sets will make the center of this table runner. So for the first strip set, we need to sew one of the outside fabrics and those 2 inside fabrics together. So we've started off with the first 2 fabrics cut at 3.5 inches. This outside fabric is cut at 4 inches. From here, we need to cut 6 segments at 3.5 inches. That edge will need to be trimmed off, and then use the 3.5 inch mark on your ruler and use the straight lines on the ruler to make sure that we stay straight in this area. So I need a 3.5 inch strip. Cut 6 of these units, and they all need to be at 3.5 inches. Put those 6 units aside and take that single fabric strip that's going to be the center. And we can take that strip and sew it onto the strip set. And because this is the center strip, I'm going to make sure that I sew it along that 3.5 inch strip and leave that outside always outside. And I'm going to be able to sew this strip only up to a certain part and just leave that extra hanging because we're going to trim it off after. Once those 4 strips are together, we're going to be able to straighten up the one edge and cut 6 more strips at 3.5 inches. If those strips were 45 inches, you're going to have a little piece left over. Now you can remove this extra. And by doing it this way, it just saves us a little fabric. So I have 6 short units and 6 long units. The next unit we're going to make is this end. The end consists of a 4 patch and 2 strips. From that second strip of dark fabric, we need to cut 2 units at 9.5 inches, 2 units at 6.5 inches, and 2 squares at 3.5 inches. And these all are from a 3.5 inch strip. Put one of the 6.5 and a 9.5 inch aside. From that center piece that you trimmed off of the strip set, we need to cut 2 3.5 inch squares, and they're going to create a 4 patch together. So the 2 units together and then make the 4 patch. Once that 4 patch is done, we're going to sew on these 2 strips. The first strip is 6.5 inches, and it's going to go so that the 2 darks are in the bottom left-hand side. The longer strip will then go up at the top. What we're looking for is that center piece to be in the center. So if you turn it this way, you can see it's coming out. We need that center fabric to be in the center of these 2 strips, and that's going to create this corner. Now we need to make the bottom piece. We will need those 2 dark strips, 6.5 inches by 3.5 inches, 9.5 inches by 3.5 inches. Then we're going to need a piece of this little background fabric, which is 3.5 inches by 4 inches. And we do want the 3.5 inch sides to match up. And sew those on both ends. Now we can sew this together. And we're going to start sewing it onto this end where we have that 4 patch. We will need our 3 strip units and our 4 strip units. We're going to sew that 3 strip unit onto that corner. That larger background fabric is going to be larger, and that's okay because this is just giving us a little bit of extra space to trim. We're going to match those 2 center seams and that edge and stitch coming right off. You will have that 1/2 inch hanging out. That's okay. None of these edges are going to match. Once we have that 1 unit on, we're going to be able to sew the 4 patch on. The edges are going to match together. We're still going to have that hanging over on that edge. We're going to start to see a pattern where the yellows are going to go in a line. The darker fabric is going to go in line, and we will see as we continue sewing that all the fabrics go in line. Match up these square seams. The 4 patches done, we're going to sew on a 3 patch. These ends will never match up. What we're looking to match up is the straight edge in these center seams. So match up those seams and stitch coming right off this little end. You're going to only overlap that 1/2 inch on that edge. Once that 3 patch has been stitched on, we get to sew the 4 patch. We're always matching up this bottom edge, really just ignoring these larger background fabrics. We're going to continue stitching the same way, putting the 3 patch on, then a 4, another 3, another 4, and we're going to continue until we use up all of our strip sets. When the 3 units and 4 units are all used up, we have 2 strips left over. Those 2 strips are going to finish it off. We have that small piece, which will go on first. Just like all the other pieces, that end piece is not going to match up, but the edge will and the seam will. That final strip will now go on. Background fabric is not going to match up, but we have a seam that's going to match up and the end is going to match up. Stitch a 1/4 inch coming right off of that edge. With that last strip on, we are now done. We started at the top with a 4 patch, added a 3 patch, then a 4, 3 patch, 4, all the way down. The last 2 strips, we added that short piece and the long piece. And we have all of these edges that look like steps. From here, these edges are going to be able to be removed. When we remove those edges, and I'm just going to fold them for now, you can see where that background fabric ends up being these little corners. From point to point, we're about 43 inches. I would recommend not to trim off these corners until you finish quilting. If this was cut off, all of these edges would be a bias seam, and bias seams stretch. So by leaving these on straight of grains, the table runner is not going to stretch. I'm going to quilt this table runner, trim it, and bind it in a video that's going to come up April 2nd. Same time, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So if you'd like to get yours ready, we can quilt it together. I do hope you join me on the finish line where we're going to get this quilted, trimmed, and bound. And I promise you, it really is so very easy. Thank you for joining me today on So Very Easy. Feel free to subscribe, and as always, come on back. Let's see what we're sewing next time in the sewing room. Bye for now.